Hi, Carmen. Long time no see. It's me, Alice. It's been like 8 years since we last talked, right? Huh? Alice? Long time no see. You see, there's something important I need to tell you. I'm about to get married! Oh, is that so? Congratulations. Thanks. Why do you not sound like you're excited about it? Is there something wrong? I mean, an old friend of yours is about to get married. Aren't you happy to hear that? Oh, yeah, that's good news, I guess. Yep. I'm glad to see that you've cheered up. And is that all you had to say to me? Oh, that's right. Thanks for reminding me. Tell me your new address, Carmen. Why? I'm going to send you a wedding invitation. You live in the province now because of your husband's work, right? I'll mail it to you directly instead of to your parents' house. I'd prefer it if you just sent it to my parents' house instead. Huh? Why? But that would just be more work, wouldn't it? You see, there's a possibility that we're going to move again at any moment because of my work. It would be even more of a hassle if that happened, so I ask everyone to send stuff to my parents' house instead whenever they want to mail me something. You see, the post office already knows to send me mail that's directed to me whenever it's sent to my parents' house. Oh, is that so? All right, I'll just send it to your parents' house instead. Yep, thanks. Hi, Alice. Can you talk right now? Oh, hi, Carmen. You should have received the wedding invitation I sent to you by now, right? I'm looking forward to seeing you there. Are you sure the date written on the wedding invitation is correct? It's not some sort of printing error, right? Of course it's the correct date. I made sure myself that there were no mistakes on the wedding invitations. Why do you ask? But it says that your wedding is going to be this weekend. This has to be some sort of mistake, right? I mean, that's only 2 days from now. Yep, that's not a mistake. Huh? What do you mean, yep? But you say that like this is completely normal. Huh? Do you have any problems with this weekend? You can't just invite me to your wedding so suddenly. I have plans as well, you know. Besides, I'm going to have to prepare for your wedding as well, aren't I? And it's not like I live nearby to where you're going to throw your wedding ceremony either. This is halfway around the country. Huh? Are you trying to tell me that you're not going to celebrate my wedding this weekend? But I'm an old friend of yours. Listen here, Alice. I live quite far away from our hometown now. Are you going to pay for my travel expenses for me to get there? Huh? Don't you think that's a bit too stingy? If you have any intention of celebrating my wedding, then it's only natural for you to not care about the expenses and come to my wedding no matter what. That's not what I'm trying to tell you. If I'm going to be going to your wedding, I'll have to prepare clothes and a wedding gift and stuff, right? You're gonna make me do all of that in 2 days? Huh? And then prepare your clothes and a wedding gift then. 2 days should be more than enough time. No, it's not. I can't just get all of that prepared by this weekend. Besides, it's the polite thing to send out your wedding invitations at least 3 months before the wedding. What you're doing is ridiculous, Alice. Does your husband know that you're doing this? Come on, Carmen. We're old friends. There's no need to care about such details. I'm asking you to come to my wedding, and all you need to do is show up. Just prepare what you have to prepare and come to my wedding this weekend, all right? You say that like it's so easy. I mean, Serena was delighted when she received the invitation and told me that she would come no matter what. Don't you think it would be a bit sad if she came, but you didn't? What? Serena said that? Hold on. You sent her the wedding invitations at the same time you did to me, right? Yep. You're the only one who's being so stubborn about this and complaining. What? She seriously didn't say anything about how the wedding ceremony was only 2 days away? I find that hard to believe. Are you accusing me of lying now? First you complain about having to come to my wedding, and now this? This isn't how you're supposed to treat an old friend, Carmen. Now, you're going to have to come to my wedding, otherwise I'll never forgive you for this. Besides, a lot of our other classmates are going to be coming as well, so it's going to be like a reunion party. I really don't understand what you're so upset about. It'll be fun. All right then, I'll be seeing you this weekend. Hi, Serena. Can you talk right now? It's about Alice's wedding. Oh, Carmen. I was just about to contact you myself. Is it true that you replied to Alice's wedding invitation that you were delighted for the invitation and that you would come no matter what? You're seriously just going to ignore the fact that she sent these wedding invitations to us less than a week before her wedding? Huh? I never said anything like that. On the other hand, Alice told me that you were the one who was so excited for her wedding and would come no matter what. Huh? There's no way that's true. Besides, she says she's going to have her wedding this weekend, right? There's only 2 days left. This is completely unbelievable. Tell me about it. Wait, doesn't this mean that she just lied to the both of us? And to think that she got all mad when I accused her of being a liar. At that little? Wait, hold on. Oh my God, look at the weather forecast. Huh? What's the matter? It says on the TV that a blizzard is going to hit the region Alice's wedding is going to take place in on the exact day of Alice's wedding. And that there's a high probability that the transportation systems are going to be shut down. What? Really? It looks like that region is famous for experiencing heavy snowfall. And that snows of more than 2 meters happen regularly. Apparently there are multiple precautions in place for blizzards like this, but the reporter is saying that despite that, the trains are probably going to stop. What? Is her wedding ceremony even going to take place anymore? It's probably impossible now. Carmen, you're on your way to my wedding, right? Huh? Hold on. Are you really going to be hosting your wedding ceremony in this weather? This blizzard is so strong that the authorities there are telling the locals to stay inside. Also, most of the trains have already stopped, apparently. The weather forecast says that the region your wedding ceremony is going to take place in is going to experience over 2 meters of snowfall. Huh? I'm not going to let you not come to my wedding just because there's a snowstorm or something. Besides, you knew that the weather was going to be like this beforehand, right? Why didn't you get here the day before and sleep in a hotel or something? It really wasn't that difficult. Could you stop complaining when you didn't even bother to put in the hard work to make it to my wedding? I couldn't take a leave from my work, so it can't be helped. Huh? Why weren't you able to take a leave from work? That just means you're terrible at planning. What? But didn't you just send me a wedding invitation 2 days before the wedding ceremony was supposed to take place? I don't want to be called a terrible planner by someone like that. Besides, my office isn't going to just let me take a leave with only a day's notice to attend a friend's wedding. So this is kind of your fault for sending out these wedding invitations this late. What? You're saying this is my fault? A true friend would drop everything and come to my wedding even if their company was saying they couldn't take a leave. Besides, could you quit complaining so much? It's just 2 meters of snow. If you really are my friend, then you would come even if you had to crawl your way here. You say that, but sorry, Alice. I guess I'm just not willing to go that far for you. Besides, I already left my house and am on my way there. Let me ask you this again. Are you sure you're going to go through with your wedding? Even if I was miraculously able to make it, I get the feeling that the majority of your guests wouldn't be able to show up. Of course I'm going through with the wedding. If you have the time to complain like this, then hurry up and come already. Don't worry about the other guests, because I'll make sure myself that they'll come. Hi, Carmen. Hi, Serena. Are you on the train right now? Yeah, to be honest, I don't think I'm even going to be able to make it to that region before her wedding is over. But if I don't at least show her that I tried to make it to her wedding, it's going to be even more of a hassle later on. I see. So this is what it's like to be an old acquaintance of Alice, who used to be called the Queen of Selfishness back in school. Your families are acquainted, right? Which means that it was difficult to reply to her invitation saying that you wouldn't come, huh? Yeah, that's basically it. Seriously, who would voluntarily go to her wedding? Oh, I remembered what I wanted to tell you. I found out about why she sent those wedding invitations right before her wedding ceremony was supposed to take place. Why is that? Apparently, she sent a fresh batch of wedding invitations mostly to people that she met after she graduated high school, but apparently 90% of them replied saying that they wouldn't come. What? Seriously? Well, it is Alice we're talking about. Yeah, one of our underclassmen from high school who went to the same college as Alice told me about it. I see. So she sent a second batch of wedding invitations right before her wedding to people like us who knew her from middle school and high school to make up for the lack of guests? I don't understand why she had sent it that late, though. Maybe she sent the first batch of wedding invitations 2 weeks before the wedding instead of 1 week. I guess this is what happens when the Queen of Selfishness shows people why she's called that in the first place. I'm just so glad that despite all that, you're coming to this wedding with me. I mean, I can't just let you go on your own to who knows where in this weather, right? Well, it's not like I actually expect to be able to make it there anyways. I'm just pissed that I have to spend all this money on tickets for the Shinkansen. The problem is how we're going to get there once we get off the Shinkansen at Tokyo Station and meet up, right? The weather in the central region is fine, so we'll be able to get to at least there, but... Yep. I doubt we'll be able to get any further than Tokyo. Carmen, you're on your way to my wedding like you said you were, right? I heard that Serena's almost at the wedding venue. Apparently she can't wait to see me in my wedding dress. But it looks like you sent Serena the exact same text, but with Carmen instead of Serena. We know that you're lying, Alice, because we're about to meet up at Tokyo Station. And to think that you acted all offended when I accused you of lying to me about Serena being excited for your wedding a few days earlier. Huh? Well, you see, I only needed to lie to you in the first place because you're such a disloyal friend. If you had just agreed to come to my wedding without complaining like that, I would have never had to lie to you. Yeah, whatever. It's not like I was surprised or anything. Anyways, did you forget that me and Serena were friends back in high school? You were trying to get us to come to your wedding by making it seem like the other person was excited for it, right? Yeah, but like I said, it's your fault for not wanting to come in the first place. Hold on, you guys are still in touch? Yeah. Not just that, though, since our husbands are cousins, we ourselves are cousins-in-law now. Huh? Cousins-in-law? Anyways, I'm almost at Tokyo Station. See you later. Oh, make sure you come to the wedding like you promised, all right? I am not going to accept the excuse of, I wasn't able to come because of the weather. Hi, Alice. Me and Serena just met up at Tokyo Station. What? You're still at Tokyo Station? But at this rate, you guys are going to arrive right as the wedding ceremony starts. I'm not going to let you be late to my wedding ceremony, all right? I'm an old friend of yours, so you can't just do something like that to me. Well, you see, the Shinkansen that we were supposed to get on to go to the region your wedding ceremony is going to take place in isn't running. It won't go past Tokyo Station. Huh? Yeah, and they're saying that it's not going to run anytime soon either. Huh? You're joking right now, right? Sorry, but it looks like we don't have the means to get to your wedding ceremony anymore. We won't be able to get there by today, no matter how hard we try. But that's going to be a huge problem for me. What? Oh, so is the majority of the guests you invited unable to make it as well or something? Yes! To think that I was looking forward to being able to throw a romantic wedding ceremony in the snow. I had decided already that I wouldn't postpone it no matter what. But most of the people that I invited said that they won't be able to come anymore because the transportation systems have been shut down because of the blizzard. Even the people who were planning to come here by car can't anymore because the roads have been blocked with snow. Well, I guess that's only to be expected. At least you and Serena come to my wedding, please. But I just told you that that's impossible now that the Shinkansen has been stopped. I'll give you a wedding gift if you want, if you tell me your bank account. We just can't get past Tokyo Station anymore, at least for today. But... Carmen, give me a wedding gift of 20,000 euros. Huh? This is your punishment for not celebrating my wedding in person. I'm an old friend of yours, aren't I? And yet you didn't come to my wedding? Sorry, but there's no way I'm giving you that much money for just a wedding gift. Besides, your marriage was canceled, right? I don't need to give you a wedding gift in the first place anymore. You didn't listen to what everyone else told you when they said to postpone the wedding, and forced the staff at the wedding venue to go through with it despite nobody being able to come because of the blizzard. You ruined yours and your husband's wedding. Even your fiancé, who's basically a saint for being able to put up with your selfishness until now, finally lost patience with you. And in the end, it was decided that your marriage would be canceled. That's what happened, right? How do you know all that? You see, your parents told my parents all about it when they came to our house to apologize. Huh? What do you mean my parents went to apologize to your parents? You kept sending me these ridiculous texts, right? They came to apologize for that. I wasn't there since I went immediately to my current home after the Shinkansen at Tokyo Station was stopped, but I made an appearance through video chat. I told your parents that I was going to cut ties with you. You what? They just said that they understood my decision and that it couldn't be helped. And went home soon after that. Wait, hold on. But if you cut ties with me, I won't have any friends anymore. Just because we were friends back when we were kids doesn't mean that we're friends forever, Alice. Huh? Well then, goodbye. Like I said, this is the last you're going to hear from me. I was a bit confused as to why Alice suddenly asked me for 20,000 euros as a wedding gift, even though her marriage was cancelled. But apparently Alice was made to pay for all of the wedding expenses. And she was planning on using the money that I was going to give her as a wedding gift to partly pay for it. She was planning on paying for the wedding expenses with the wedding gifts she was going to receive from her guests. But since almost nobody was able to come because of the blizzard, she never got this money and now needs to come up with several thousands of euros. Not only that, but the little amount she did receive as a wedding gift, she had to give back since the marriage was cancelled. That's why she asked me for the 20,000 euros, it seems. I told Alice's parents about how she was asking me for 20,000 euros, and of course, they were extremely furious with her. Apparently, they told her, "You're not allowed to get into a relationship until you get your head straight." And not long after that, she was sent to become a monk at a temple one of her parents' friends runs. Alice now has to get by without any smartphones or TVs, and apparently is forced to meditate for hours under a waterfall every day.
Janice, please excuse this text. I tried calling, but you weren't available. On my way to work, I witnessed a terrible accident at an intersection. A little girl was involved in the accident, and I'm here with her, so I'm really sorry, but I'll be a little late.
Which intersection?
The one near 14th Street, Union Square Station.
Oh, that's not so far. If you run, you can make it to work on time.
I'm sorry if I was unclear, so allow me to try explain this again. A little girl has been injured, and I'm waiting with her.
Let me try to explain it to you, Simon. Have you called an ambulance? If you have, you're free to leave. There is nothing more you can do for her, so there's no reason for you to stay with her. If you run, you can still make it to work on time. Punctuality is very important. Simon! You're late! When are you coming to work?
I'm in the ambulance now.
What? Why are you in the ambulance?
The little girl's mother is at work and can't come right away.
I don't understand. You aren't her parent or even a relative. Why are you accompanying her? What you're doing, it's called hypocrisy. It sounds to me like you just don't want to come to work.
I don't care what you think anymore. It's just... I saw a little girl get hit by a car. She's crying and bleeding, and I'm supposed to look the other way and go off to work? I don't want to be that type of heartless person. That's why I'm in the ambulance with her. We'll be at the hospital soon. I will contact you again later.
Get out of the ambulance and cab it to work now! You can still make it to the morning meeting. Simon!
You know that talking on cell phones is forbidden at the hospital.
Are you testing me? I am your supervisor. You answer to me. That includes answering my calls wherever you are. It's not like you're a child. You're going to be 30 soon. Grow up!
I'm not acting like a child. It's because of my age that I'm acting like a responsible, conscientious adult.
Just because you graduated from an Ivy League university, it doesn't give you the right to ignore your superior's orders. I mean, you can't even follow my orders properly half the time.
The little girl's mother has just arrived. I'll head to the company then. Sorry for any inconvenience that I may have caused.
Even if you head over here now, you won't be here in time for the morning meeting. Think about how your selfish actions have troubled me and your colleagues. I'm going to deduct half a day from your PTO for your tardiness. And the cab fare from the hospital, the company will not cover it, so pay for it yourself. This is Ashley, Amber's mother. Thank you for helping my little girl. Amber told me that the two of you had exchanged WhatsApp details. I hope you don't mind that she told me your contact information.
Oh, you didn't need to contact me. I mean, I didn't ask her for her contact details. I'm not that type.
Oh, don't worry, I understand. Kids nowadays often exchange WhatsApp details. It's not a big deal to them. And where are you right now? When I came out of Amber's room, you weren't nearby. I would like to thank you in person for all your help.
You don't need to thank me. I didn't do anything. I'm fine. Really, there is no need.
But you stayed with Amber until she arrived at the hospital. Oh, are you at work? Come to think of it, the accident must have happened on your way to work. I'm really sorry for any inconvenience this has caused you.
No. Actually, I'm at the donut shop around the corner eating a jelly donut.
Excuse me?
My crappy supervisor is going to deduct half a day from my PTO, so I decided there was no reason I had to rush back to work.
Oh no, I'm really sorry.
No, don't worry. After I finish my donut, I'm gonna go to Best Buys and look around. I'll have a nice leisurely lunch, perhaps at a steakhouse, and then go to work. I know it sounds pathetic, but this is the way I am. So really, don't worry about me.
Well, in that case, Amber and I have just left the hospital. Can we please take you out for lunch?
Oh, you really don't need to, and you both must be exhausted after what's happened.
I've already taken the day off from work and Amber's not going to school today. I just don't have the energy to make something at home, so we decided to eat lunch and then head home. We both really would like to thank you for your kindness.
Well, in that case, I gladly accept, thank you.
That's wonderful. Shall we all meet at Time Warner Center? I'll make a reservation at the Porter House.
Simon, where are you? It's past 11. Huh? I thought you were giving me the morning off. You're deducting it from my PTO, right?
I don't believe it. Is that head of yours working?
I don't understand.
I told you that your actions have troubled your colleagues and me, right? So shouldn't you show some remorse by coming to work as soon as you can? You are planning on apologizing to your colleagues who had to cover for you, right?
I'm sorry, I will apologize to the people I troubled, but I don't know if that needs to be done during working hours. We'll see how things are and apologize at an appropriate time.
I've had enough. Your attitude is just terrible. I have no choice but to report you to the CEO. And I will ask HR to make a note of this on your permanent record as well.
I see.
There is a strong possibility you may be terminated. Our company's employees must put the needs of the company above all. I heard through the grapevine that your grandmother lives with your parents.
Yes, she does. I don't understand what my grandmother has to do with work.
In that case, it may be better for you to work for another company.
Excuse me?
If you miss work because your grandmother is hospitalized or on her deathbed, we'll need to cover for you. And if she passes, you'll take some time to mourn, right? It's the same when a female employee takes maternity leave or quits after they get married. When I see situations that may possibly hurt the company, I get rid of them as soon as possible.
Janice, I have never lost faith in a human being as I have in you just now. Though I agree that the company is important, there are some things that are even more important.
I told you to stop all that hypocrisy. You make me sick. Anyhow, I will be reporting you to CEO Stevens. It's too late to apologize. Good luck finding your next job. Simon! Please answer your phone.
Is something the matter? It's Sunday, my day off. Though you are my supervisor, I don't think I'm obligated to talk to you on my day off.
Fine, then let's do this by text. What did you say to CEO Stevens?
What do you mean?
He just called me and gave me a verbal warning. He said I had made a false report against you. Why am I in trouble because of you? What did you say to him? Oh, I won't forget this, Simon. I'm going to convince the company to fire you.
Oh, I know all about that. Actually, I'm at CEO Stevens' house right now.
Excuse me?
Remember how I helped that little girl who got hit by a car at the intersection? That little girl, her name is Amber. Her school insisted on presenting a certificate of gratitude at their school assembly.
What?
CEO Stevens and I will be attending the assembly together next Monday.
Hold your horses, huh? What's going on? Simon, explain yourself.
I apologize. I was just talking to CEO Stevens about your report. But Janice, I don't know why you would report me as a compulsive liar who lied about the accident to cover up oversleeping that day. You wrote that I was a heartless man who didn't care about people's misfortune and used them to my own advantage. When I saw you had written that, Janice, I was enraged. So I sent CEO Stevens screenshots of our texts that day.
What? Tell me you're lying. I know you couldn't do that.
CEO Stevens was furious. I think you'll be hearing from him later. I don't know, you may get fired. Anyhow, he said I can go home now, so I'm going home.
He just called me, but I ignored it. We haven't finished our conversation, Simon.
You ignored a call from the CEO. It's not like you're a child. You're going to be 50 soon. Aren't you supposed to answer your supervisor's calls? Wherever you are?
Stop fooling around, Simon. I've decided to forgive you for your attitude, so call CEO Stevens.
What am I supposed to say to him?
What do you think? I apologize for having a bad attitude at work. Tell him that. This whole situation was created by your bad attitude. It's not my fault I misunderstood what happened that day.
Huh? There's no way I'm telling him that.
Don't say no way and just do it. Can't believe a slacker like you gets honored by a school, but a hard worker like me is on the chopping block. I've done so much for the company.
CEO Stevens told me that trust is really important in business. It's important for us to be compassionate, and when in trouble we must seek the compassionate choice, which is why he was so proud of my actions that day. Do you know how happy I was to hear him say that?
What's that? Do you mean if I'm fired, you won't feel any responsibility?
Not one little bit. It has nothing to do with me.
Fine. In that case, I apologize. So call CEO Stevens.
Excuse me?
I apologize for the comments I made. So call CEO Stevens to smooth things over.
Sorry, but no can do.
What? I thought you had no issues with that being a hypocrite. I'm your supervisor. I've done so much for you over the years. Can't you do this one little favor for me?
I may be a hypocrite, but I won't switch sides for just anyone. I don't want to use any leeway I may have with CEO Stevens on you.
What the? Will you stop this already?
It's too late to apologize. Good luck finding your next job. HR investigated Janice's work performance and found many instances of how she'd harassed her subordinates. Though she was terminated, she tried to convince CEO Stevens what a talented employee she was until the very end. CEO Stevens told her no matter how talented she was, without compassion she was worthless. She left the company defeated. Also, the girl from the accident, Amber, and her mother Ashley, for some reason, the three of us go out for dinner from time to time. The other day, Amber told me in confidence that she didn't mind if I became her new father. But Ashley's so beautiful, I'm sure she's not interested in someone like me. Anyhow, I'm so happy I'm able to lead a life of compassion without any stress or hypocrisy.